Oh, hello there! Welcome to Drams on the Run. This week, coming to you live from the Parkhead Forge. Ah, Paris, you find me in Oberkampf at the French Bastards, Patisserie, Beaujolais, whatever you call it. I was here with my wife and my beautiful little daughter from a trip that was postponed in 2020. Remember those heady days? Then it was maybe last year, COVID struck again, and so we came this year and stayed in Oberkampf, great area to stay. First shop on the list, the Nouveau Cave. Passed by it, went in. To be honest, there wasn't a whole lot, and as you can see from the colouring, check your camera settings, folks, before you go and spend 2 days filming content. That's all I'm going to say. Some French whiskies, but everything was a bit kind of, there was no pricing that made me think, oh, I'll take a punt on it. Lovely shop though. This is just next to the Republic as well. If you know, you know the street. Yep, La Maison du Whisky. And I'd been told that this was the best one to visit in Paris, and it was. Staff were fantastic, really accommodating. I went 2 days. I actually picked up a bottle, which I'll tell you about later. But for now, I'm just going to be quiet and let you peruse the bottles on the shelves, and I'll jump in when I see something of interest. Oh, that was quick. That single cask. Sold out online, available in the shop. Fairly priced. I don't know if you can see the price on it there, but I pause it and look back. Oh, there's a spey malt, a wee whiskey sponge. This was their kind of tasting area. When I was in, I got offered a willet, store pick. Tried it, super dry. I think it was like 95% rye. Now I know what you're thinking, Dalmore, Macallan, it's quite touristy, but in amongst this, there's some really good stuff. Some of the signatory stuff's really good. There's old favourite Woven, there's a Daft Mill, a couple of Daft Mills just sitting on the shelf. They had the Holyrood that people have been kind of chasing, that initial release. Special case, I didn't bother asking these prices because if it's behind a case it's normally not cheap. Right, there's your Pappy, your Stag, E.H. Taylor. French whiskies again. I never got the chance to drink on this trip properly because I was with the family, so I would have loved to have come back and tried these properly because I hear some mixed reviews about French whiskey. Then we've got old favourites. Yeah, get yourself a set. Blanton's on the shelf, Eagle Rare, Widow Jane, Sonoma. There, clock it, well a 12, picked one up. Cost me £51. I think the going rate at the moment is like 110, 120 quid, which is mental in the UK. There's that willet I was talking about that I tried. They had the Shanks, they had quite a good selection of bourbon. They're kind of known for getting decent bourbon. Oh, there's Bimber, or is it? Who knows? Check behind the mask. Amrit, Starward. Good solid Japanese selection. This was in a separate area. I couldn't really film because someone was fixing stuff, but that Chichibu Golden Promise whiskey bar is beneath it. I couldn't get down there, I couldn't get back. That's fine, I'll come back another time. Oh, there he is. Hello. Yeah, so they got the well at 12, the well at 12 in the window, but that Chichibu, I just never got it. Best gluten-free bakery ever tried. Oh, there she is. Trouble. Come on, I'm in Paris. We need to do this. This is kind of prerequisite. Tom Sachs, if you don't know him, famous artist. If you know YouTube, Casey Neistat, Van Neistat worked for him. Big influence on their entire life and career. He created this exhibition called Painting based on the war paintings of Picasso, where he remade them in his own style as a painting exercise. Really nice exhibition. That was the book he worked from. Really enjoyed it. Now into the equivalent of what I believe is like, it's kind of like John Lewis I found in Paris. But they had a decent whiskey selection, don't mind me. But it was a lot of just staples that you would see anywhere in the world. The one that caught my eye, which I've not really paid attention to before, was this Not Gonna Do, this 21-year-old. But I checked online and you can get it at home. You can get it in the UK. It wasn't really anything special. There's some more French. Wee bit of rum, wee bit of usual spirits. At Waterford. Everywhere, man. Everywhere. And then if you're in Paris, you've got to do the sights. Hit up the Scottish pub to watch football. Amazing, like, to be honest, for a pub in Paris, a Scottish pub, they had a really solid whiskey list. This is better than Scottish pubs. Pricing was a bit all over the place. I ended up getting the Kilkerran Sherry. That was good value. Kilkerran 8-year-old. Staff, I think I was doing them. I think we were all on the way by being in the pub. It was that kind of vibe. Not the happiest staff. But football was fine. Just don't get a pint of Guinness. It was €13. A pint of beer was like 7-8. I found the beer quite expensive in Paris. Don't know if you've found that. But if you're at a push and you need a whiskey, you could go there. Nicholas, there's a chain of these. There's some in the UK as well. There's not really anything here that stands out. The only thing that kind of caught my eye. Now, if you see something, please let me know in the comments. Bit late for me, but still. The Glenfarclas. Just haven't seen that private reserve before. Oh, that was about the only one that stood out. There's that McClellan's that you caught a glimpse of there. Some generic diddly D Scotch branding. Not great. Again, Amaric. There's quite a few bottles of French whiskey on shelves. And then we were going in here to pick up some wine. I ended up buying a bottle of Pinot Noir out of here. However, I thought, oh, let's have a wee check and see if they had any decent whiskey. You never know. You have to have a check. Nothing really stood out. A couple of bottles I wasn't sure about, and then I clocked this and I was like, what on earth is this? And it turns out this was Glen Scotia before Glen Scotia cared about making Glen Scotia. Lucky people. There's some bonus footage in here that I decided to fling in. Eurostar, World Duty Free. I thought, oh, let's have a wee look and see what's in. And there's no value. I don't even understand it. Genuinely. What is the deal? Just never to sell anything. And then, lesson learned. I knew this, but don't drink on the Champs-Elysees. Don't eat on the Champs-Elysees because everything's extortionate. And Paris was cool.